Just got out of the shower, ladies and gents. We have so many things to talk about, so I'm just gonna go over them briefly, quickly, hit the important parts, and get you guys out of here. Alright, instead of making multiple videos or talking about these things for hours, which I do live at twitch.tv/ZealsAmbitions. Now, of course, before I do so, I'm gonna give a massive shout out to those that have recently joined the YouTube membership squad supporting our channel, and about the giveaway for Zhongli that will be announced in the next video. Anyways, let's get right in. First things first, don't forget about this. This is going away in 1 day and 9 hours, or 1 day 10 hours in Asia. For those that are watching me from EU or NA, you're fortunate, because for those that have waited until the last moment, whether you should buy Bennett or not, it will, pretty much get changed for the next month, for the month of December. So if you're wondering what is going to be up there, make sure you guys subscribe. If you're new to the channel, I'll be covering the shop changes for the month of December. But yeah, if you don't have a Bennett is pretty worth it. But of course, do you have the resources, and are you willing to fit him in? He is not only just busted when it comes to damage, but as well as support, utility, you name it. He does so many things. TLDR, he is so good. Okay, he is amazing. I'm not even trying to hype this up. All right, I'm downplaying him right now. So the shop's going away. Not only that, the event as well. The event shop, you still have some time to purchase things in the shop. As for events, we have 9 hours and 55 minutes in Asia. Don't be like me and procrastinate and potentially miss out on these sweet rewards. All right, dude, hopefully I can do them after recording this video. Hopefully I don't forget. But yeah, that's going away. Same thing with the test runs. We got 1 day and 21 hours. So they're all on separate timers, guys. Just bang them out if you haven't already done so. Back into the notices, and that is why I am to the left today. The orientation is a little bit off. Now, the first thing that we're gonna get is a story quest. I always leave one up so that I can just show you guys this window. But basically, we're gonna get one for Zhongli. Let's go back into the events notices. I think this is scaled to my time. So 4 a.m. in Asia time, server time. Now the story quest, the window that I showed you before, it unlocks at 26, but for Zhongli, it's gonna be at adventure rank 40. Now next, we got the test run for the upcoming rate up character banner. Now, I always say this, it's ultimately, no matter what I say or other people say, or your mom or your cats, whatever they say, it doesn't matter. It's ultimately up to you to decide if you like these characters. So try them out, and for doing so, yeah, you get free resources. Now on Twitch, we stream the Archon quest for Zhongli and Ganyu, spoiler alert, and all those characters and shit. But yeah, Zhongli lines are one of my favorites. He's the voice actor in English, Chinese, Korean. You guys get the point. He's sexy all around. So he is a crowd favorite. He's coming when? December 1st. I thought it was gonna be Wednesday or something, but it's sooner than I thought. And the time, it looks like it's gonna be 7 p.m. my time for Asia. And you guys can check the time yourself by just logging into the game. Wow, 7 p.m. instead of my morning time. This is crazy. So I'll be doing the summons. We'll talk about that soon. But anyways, we're gonna get the same rewards. Primal gems, blah blah blah. You guys know the drill. All right, and where's the other one? We got 5, not 4. So seize the daily login event. All right, this is coming back. This is good. Just keep these coming all the time. Adventure rank 5 or above, starting 5 a.m. December. So after the server reset, which is 4 a.m. Yeah. So same thing. Keep these up, dude. Login bonuses are great. Get us logging in. All right, get us hooked to this crack that is called Genshin Impact. And here we go, the rate up banner, looking sexy. All right, Zhongli, main focus with the expected, the data mine, the leaked 4-star characters up in there with Razor, Chungyun, Chungers, and Xinyan. For both these banners, before we talk about them, all you need to know is that, yeah, Zhongli is pretty much limited. He's gonna go away after the banner. He's not gonna get added into the permanent, the standard banner. And yeah, right here, the event exclusive character Zhongli will not be available in the standard wish Wanderlust Invocation. Same with the 5-star weapons here, the vortex, they are not going to be added into the standard wish. This is pretty much just saying yo, mega whales, pay attention, get this shit before it goes away, limited for those collectors out there. Now, before I talk about the characters, I'm just gonna knock out the weapon banner. In my opinion, I've talked about this repeatedly on Twitch. I personally don't think the weapons up in here are worth it. Whether you're like a small-sized whale or a dolphin, whatever you call it, or a free-to-play. Yes, I know, like getting a nice weapon, obviously it's gonna be awesome. For those that do not have Battle Pass weapon, sure, Lion's Roar is gonna be great for you, but yeah, you gotta think about the odds and the amount of primal gems that we're generating and the amount that you have to dump to target one of these. As for the 5-star weapons, I'm gonna move my camera to the right, back to the left, but we got the Vortex Vanquisher, same thing with the Claymore. It's gonna have attack percentage, start with 46 base, and increases shield strength by 20%. Same with the Catalyst that we have right now. Scoring hits, blah, 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 blah. It's gonna give you attack right there, 4% for 8-second stacks up to 20%. And while protected by a shield, it's gonna be doubled, so 20 to 40%. And, you know, this is an option for Zhongli. For now, most people, let me move to the left. Most people are going to, for the males, not the males, but the whales, we're gonna go mostly for the Primordial Jade Winged Spear or the Sky Ward Spine. Now, we're also going to be testing the Vortex Vanquisher, but I don't think that it's gonna win out in the end. If you already have either the Skyward Spine or, you know, the Primordial Jade because you summoned it into the standard banner, maybe you got lucky and you got one of these, then I would just use these instead of trying to go for Vortex Vanquisher. I think in the end, the polearm and the sword, same thing. They have same stats. It's gonna be like for big whales because they could pretty much refine it to level 5, you know, R5 it. In that case, is it gonna beat out like an R1? Most likely. Primordial Jade comes with the crit rate, very valuable. Skyward Spine with the energy recharge so that Zhongli will be doing more ults. Not only that, the passive on this is insane as well, right? So I think overall, for now, I think, wait, one of you gotta go. Which one? All right, boom, peace. So I think for the most of us, this one for me, major skip for me. If I was a free-to-play, would I skip this? Absolutely. And for those that are new to my videos and you don't know about the rates, it is 75% chance to get one of the rate up. So 37.5% upon seeing an orange glow, the 5-star. And that means that 25% chance to get an off banner. Okay, so if you're just trying to target things here, you gotta know the odds. Anyways, let's go into the character rate up banner. Now, before we do so, I always need to explain this because people do ask. There are new people coming in daily. If you've done summons into any previous character event wish banner, for now it is child. The pity rate carries over to the next one, which is going to be Zhongli. As for Zhongli, I've talked about him in detail in the previous video, somewhere on your screen. Make sure you guys check that out. But to sum it up, I think this guy is gonna be worth it. He is, I'm not talking about his power, all right? That's to be seen when he's actually live in my hands, in our hands, then we can test them out. But for now, when it comes to gameplay, when it comes to the feels, I think he is gonna be very user-friendly. Like I said in that previous video, the way you play Zhongli at C0 is going to be mostly the same as you would play him at either C1 or C2. Yes, there are gonna be like number differences and utility differences and things like that. We'll talk about them, but overall, Zhongli is gonna be very free to play friendly if you can get him. The reason why I have to do this is it free to play friendly to get him in the first place? No, but if you do get him, if you did proc your pity, you've been saving, and when you get him, I think you'll feel really good with him in terms of how he plays out, right? I'm not talking about numbers here, just how he plays out, smoothness wise. Zhongli, like his voice, he's got it. As for Xinyan, TLDR, I think she's gonna be very great. She has pyro damage, she shields, and she also does physical damage. Now we have to wait and see for both Zhongli and Xinyan whether we gotta build physical or for their elemental damage, whether go for Geo Cup or like the Petra 2-piece for Zhongli, or is it gonna be Ball Light? We have to wait and see. It's gonna be fun to test them out. I think multiple builds will work. Same with Xinyan. Like, is it Crimson 2-piece with Gladiator 2-piece or things like that? We have to wait and see. I think there are gonna be multiple builds. Xinyan's shield is scaled off her defense, while Zhongli's based off his HP, based off his max HP. So Xinyan has a place in the game. The question is, once again, just like Bennett, can you fit her in? Right? Do you have the resources? First of all, she does require to ascend her. You do need the violet grass off the cliffs. If you're asking me, will I build her? In my opinion, as a free-to-play or as a whale, I would not build her because I just don't have room for her. I don't have the resources. I don't really need the pyro damage character or someone that shields because I got my boy Bennett. Now, shielding and healing is a different thing, but overall, I believe in the power of Bennett. Not only his like attack buff, but his rapid, insane healing. But he has crazy damage as well. Now, as for my boy Razor, who has been my main for 2 to 3 weeks. Now, I've been also playing with Fischl now, building her. And finally got Jean. If you have missed that video, make sure you check that out. I finally got her, but... Whew! Razor, he has Electro, right? I get it. And he's really good at busting mines for ores and things like that. And he can do some aerial damage through holding his E. But his power comes from his physical damage. And yeah, his ult increasing attack speed, just alpha wolf berserk mode. It's insane. And you know, going into dungeons where there are electro slimes and they're immune to electro damage, Razor just laughs and does his you know, physical damage and just plows through the dungeon. The thing about Razor is you're gonna be mostly just sitting in his ult. If you swap to a different character, the ult expires, and he's built to, you know, pretty much go back to back into his ult. Overall, he's well built, but he's a physical damage boy, right? You're not gonna see like a melt or vaporized reaction with Razor. You're not gonna see his physical damage doing like 1,000,000 damage or even like 400k. But while he's not gonna do those meme crit damage showcase, can he plow through the content at max level at level 90 or level 80? For the content we have now, he is perfectly fine. Yes, the physical damage when you're, you know, maybe when you're streaming or something like that to your friends, you're not gonna see, like I said, those crazy big numbers, but he'll get the job done. There are some cons as well, you know, just first world problems. Like if you have Venti, use Venti's ult. Razor's too short like me, can't swing him. You can hold the E, elemental skill, and hit that way, but yeah, there are some little cons here and there. We'll talk about that in a separate video. But as for his constellations, like I said previously, for other characters, constellations will bring the best out because they exist, right? But it's like Constellation 6, something that you need to like fork over, go balls deep into. In that regard, no. Like this sounds really OP, right? It sounds OP, but overall in the grand scheme of his damage, if you do like, if you chart it out, if you do the math, it's not even that, like, it's not a big deal, okay? Constellation 4 decreases defense when you hold his elemental skill. Now, is this gonna help you against Ruin Guards? A little bit, but don't be fooled, right? Ruin Guards, they have a lot of physical resistance, so you need to lower the physical resistance. Now, Constellation 1 is actually pretty good. If you don't have this, will you be struggling to ult back to back? Do you need to like stack energy recharge? Nah, you'll be fine, all right? Because of how his, pretty much his ascensions work. So Razor, physical main damage dealer, pretty damn good, can clear content with the support of his team. For his weapons, you can use free-to-play weapons. You can use like the big club. You can use the prototype Aminus, the crafted weapon for free-to-play. They'll be perfectly fine. I've used that as well. Xinyan is very good support or main damage. You don't see a lot of him. That's a shame. His constellations are very good, TLDR. They really make him well-rounded, more damage, and just make him more fluid. Do you need them? No, I've played extensively closed betas in my free-to-play account. Other accounts just fine. The only thing that you really need to know about Xinyan is when you do use his elemental skill, you know what, let me just show you guys. So when you drop his elemental skill, it's gonna create this buff field. So Kaching will be doing cryo damage. You can see from her sword, you can see the swing is blue, but when you use her elemental skill, she's supposed to be using electro, but it's still doing cryo because of the buff. It's getting overridden. Anyways, let me use elemental skill again. And her sword, you can see it's doing electro, but because of Chunger's elemental skill, the buff overrides her electro. Once again, ba-bam, her electro buff, go on. She's not doing electro damage. Now, this cryo buff, there's a doge, isn't always going to take priority over all the elements. Pyro is the king when it comes to buffs, priority, hierarchy. If you're using like D-Luke, for example, and you use D-Luke's ult, you're still gonna do pyro damage even with this buff, because once again, Pyro is greater than Cryo when it comes to the hierarchy of the buffs. Now, I'm just telling you guys about this so that you're just mindful of this when you build a team around or with Chang Yun. One thing to be mindful of if you're not sure just yet, you know, because you're holding on to your precious primal gems, do note that a waifu is coming. Ganyu is most likely coming next in 1.2. Once again, this is not confirmed. So if you want confirmations, what you need to do is wait till MiHoYo officially drops the news for 1.2. Is it gonna be Albedo? I don't think so, because back-to-back Geo, I don't know about that. Do you have the resources to summon them and build them? And can you incorporate them into your team? Do you like them? And what is the next rate up character and the banner and the 4 stars up in there? So if you have many questions, I would wait patiently. So that's gonna be it. I think this video turned out to be very long. I'm gonna have to edit it down. It's already like 40 minutes of me talking. Let me know if you're gonna summon for Zhongli, why you're going to summon for him, and how are you going to build him. Let me know down below. Thank you so much once again. Make sure you guys follow me on my Twitch and Twitter. Join me on Discord. We got almost 50,000 nerds up in there. That is crazy. Thank you so much for all your support once again. Your boy Zine's Ambitions out.